Hello, everyone, everybody.
Oh boy.
Starting off on a great note right there.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to our live. We are on no technical difficulties, of course. So
None at all.
We are not with this, but other stuff.
Whew,
All right,
not
cool.
with that.
All right, you're loud as could be.
Okay.
So, all right. So we will not wait too much longer. So we have a couple people in here. As always, we will be talking about things that we found that people should be on the lookout for, the BOLOs, so you don't get the FOMO with the BOLO. You know what I mean? YOLO. So I might get myself in trouble with all these things.
That's actually kind of funny. Did you make that up all by yourself?
Of course. You think
Yeah,
I script? I'm always on the fly.
BOLO,
So
FOMO, YOLO. Sounds like a song.
Froyo. So the BOLOs, just to let you know, I said that like a Southern Jersey BOLO. Solo, favorite movie ever. The be on the lookouts are things that let's be honest, it's the BOLOs are me because I'm out there sourcing and I kind of like I scrap, I scavenge, all that stuff, vulture, cannibalize, whatever. I find stuff and I'll share. And then Laurie's going to also share some eBay, UPS, postage stuff that people should be aware of as we approach the holiday season.
Yeah, fourth quarter just started, didn't it? Technically.
Yeah.
Didn't it? On Friday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Your fan club's here.
Oh, thank you.
I agree. Doesn't she always? Always smiling. Thanks, Angie. Angie's a great sport. She likes our posts on Instagram a lot too, so we appreciate that. Yes, yeah. So so we're gonna let's get into that if you don't mind. Do you want to get into the UPS, or you want me to do my mini haul, or I can break it up?
Whatever you want to do is fine. You let me know.
Okay, I'll start with like half of my mini haul, and just to get everybody cranked up, thinking like, oh, there's money out there. Let's go thrift. Let's go source. I did not go to the flea market this past weekend because we were going to be busy here at the warehouse, and I really didn't need it because I went 2 weeks in a row prior to that, and I dropped a decent amount of cash. And I'm like, let me keep some of that cash on the sideline because I do have pickers, sourcers that are out there that call me and say, hey, I have stuff. You want it? And if I just say no, that's priority number one, to take care of your sourcers, your pickers. And that's either an individual or that's a manager at an outlet store or wherever you guys go. Auctions, be ready to jump on that because when they need cash, they're going to reach out to you. And if you give them the cash, they will always reach out to you first. So take care of them first. And then second is going out sourcing. So you reserve your cash for those pickers that need it. So, and it was a good week last week. A lot of pickers that I deal with had some good stuff. So I just going to get into some, here we go. This could get hurt here. I picked up this Bose. This is called a Bose Acoustic Wave model CD3000. It weighs 15 pounds. Not thrilling. I love the small stuff, but this I got at the bins. It was 8 o'clock in the morning type of rotation that came out, and I was like, oh wow, that looks cool. Whenever I see these grills, I'm like, oh, that's a Bose, so I grab it. So I grabbed this thing and I'm like, okay, it's cool. I plugged it in and it works. The only thing is the antenna's broken off. So many people would be like, oh, I don't want that. It's broken. I'd have to sell it for parts repair. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I come across so many broken radios in the bins anyway. I could probably sneak like a little tiny screwdriver and do some kind of cannibalizing on that, take off the antennas on some old ones, and then reattach it to this. But then I started thinking, I was like, let me just look online. So I'm going to share the screen just to let everybody know exactly what this Bose goes for. And let me know if that's big enough on the screen.
I think it's good.
Okay. All right. So what I did was this, I didn't sort this at all. This is totally, these are sold by, recently sold. So you can see that the prices right there are pretty nice. Even though I have the white one, this is a black one. With shipping, $200. That comes with the remote. So I keep on scrolling down. I'm like, oh, there's a white one, but it has this added accessory multi-disc thing. So that's not it. Gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say, which we try to sell separately. We've sold those separately many times, but many times they seem to break a lot. Those things.
Yeah,
yeah.
You're right. Sorry to cut you off, but no, this thing right here, this additional disc thing, very true. All it takes is one of those discs, one out of the 5 in there to not work, and people be like, I got to return the whole thing.
They're very temperamental.
Totally. And there is a way to fix that, I read, but
we don't do that. Let somebody else, we sell it for parts, let somebody else fix it, let somebody else flip it, and we're happy.
Yeah. No. Had to cough. So here's one for $120 with free shipping. I don't like that. Let me keep on going.
No remote.
No remote. So, and here's another one. Here's a thing with the platinum with remote. There it is. Exactly. That's the thing right there. So this could definitely, in my eyes, get probably $200 all in. With the remote and stuff. So refurbished, whatever. I love how people say refurbished. Really? You question that. So let's just say it's this one. So what we would do is we'd be like, okay, this is tested. This is good to go. I would say all in close to $200. I think you and I would include a remote. We would probably order a remote for how much do you typically think they go for?
Those remotes? I don't know, but we have a stock of them that you have amassed over the years. And sometimes the ones we have in stock will work because sometimes they're interchangeable.
Okay. Yep. So so we will add a remote to that, get 200. Now, back to the antenna situation. So we agreed right there on the spot right now that we could get $200 for this with the remote, but we have to repair that antenna. So then I started thinking, well, instead of scavenging and getting one off of another radio and having it not really fit properly, I did a search on eBay for I did a search for remotes and not remotes, antennas. So I picked where the heck is it? Oh, shoot. Oh, it's down. Bear with me here. I typed in radio antenna telescopic lens or telescopic lens. Radio antenna metal telescopic. And I was like, all right, not bad. I mean, I could probably order one based on the size. Like this is 63 centimeters. The only thing is that they're from China. The cheapest one in the US is like $13. So I may order a couple of these and wait like a month to get them. What's your opinion on that?
I would do that. I mean, because if you come across more than one, if you come across these often and the antenna is broken, you might as well have them handy. If you're willing to wait, they're cheap enough. But I just wonder, is there a sales history of that particular radio selling with the broken antenna? Because it's only really for the radio, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it works, but so you could just lower the price a little bit and say only the CD player works.
Yeah.
Without having to buy, but for only $2, I mean, why not just repair it?
So that's
you
what
could.
that's what I'll probably do. I'll just order these because I agree. Sometimes if you have like this doesn't work and people don't always read and then they get it, the antenna's broken off and you say I said that, then you wind up giving a partial refund anyway, probably just to keep them
Yeah.
quiet. So let's go back to Angie says, now Dave, we won't go there after you just said Laurie looks great as usual. I wore a nice black shirt today. I think I'm looking dapper. Angie found a Braille equipment this weekend, a tape recorder, player,
Ooh.
Braille typewriter, and a Braille record player. That
That's worth the good money.
Yeah, that definitely sounds unique.
Yeah.
So like Braille equipment, so it's a tape recorder player, Braille typewriter, and a Braille record player.
Interesting.
Angie, let us know if you would sell that as a complete package or if you would sell them individually, like those 3 items, because I'd be curious to see if it's worth it to sell them individually versus complete. So, and then Angie says, do most people use radios?
That's why I mentioned that, because who uses in this day and age with streaming services and satellite radios?
AM.
I mean, I guess there are some people who do AM. Yeah, they do. But I don't know. I think you could, if you didn't want to bother with ordering it, waiting, whatnot, you probably could get away with selling it as is, because if the CD player works, that's the majority of the unit. But you know.
Yeah. And then our friend S with the In-N-Out burger says silent auction.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe he's on a different site than eBay. Don't know what silent auction means, but but Angie says she's going to sell them individually. That's smart. Yeah. We've learned.
Sure.
Sometimes it doesn't package to bundle everything because, yeah.
Nope.
And then she said they even had a Braille Bible going back to deal later this week. Yeah, nice. Oh.
We got a comedian on our hands here.
Okay. Next. Where did these people come from?
I don't know.
YouTube wasn't down this afternoon, but Instagram and Facebook was for hours.
Were at least 4 hours. That was, I think I read that was the worst shutdown of theirs since, I don't know, 2008 or something.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Yeah.
Angie, what did you do today without Instagram? Because I was at a loss. I was like, I can't do any stories. I need to go talk to a real person. So nuts. So here I have another interesting find. I'm gonna bring it up. Now the thing with the bins is most of the time there are items that find their way to the bins via the retail stores, the Goodwill retail stores. Now, the consensus is out there over the last 2-3 years is that the Goodwill outlet stores are like priced ridiculous. Like the prices are just insane. It doesn't make much sense. And I've seen it on YouTube and such. So this radio came through this morning. Okay. And this is a Sony.
That's vintage. Very vintage.
Yeah, this is a Sony TFM-8000W. Now, these are pretty cool because I think it has like it's a 6-band. So people love this stuff. You know, it has, obviously AM, FM, stuff like that. The sticker on it is, you probably can't see that, but there's a Goodwill retail sticker on it for $19.99. So it was in the electronics section of a Goodwill store, probably for months, couple weeks, right, at a minimum. And this is a Sony. It's in good condition. It's not missing any of the knobs. It's not scratched, and the antenna is there. Perfect, intact. Right? Yeah. Intact.
Now, what are the solds on that?
Well, true or false? I tested this out at Goodwill today.
Does it run on batteries or does it have a cord?
Has a cord.
Hmm.
What do you think I did?
Gosh. Depends how busy you were. Depends on how busy it was.
How busy?
I say
am
you did.
No. The outlet was a little far away. I was having so much fun talking to my buddies. I didn't want to.
That's
Sometimes
what I
I'm
meant. That's what I meant. Like, how busy were
yeah.
you?
So the moment of truth before I get into. Oh, you want to get into the what sold, right?
Well, I see that's what's for sale,
Yes.
which is a really good indication of what has sold, because people aren't going to put this stuff for sale for these kind of prices if it hasn't, because they're looking up the sold history too.
Yeah.
So almost you don't really have to look up the sold really unless you want to see how many sold. That's if there's like however 6 are for sale, how many sold?
All right, 6 are for sale. I'm going to these are for sale right now. I'm going to arrange that. Actually, I'll go back. This is what comes up. Like when you're out in the field sourcing, and you look up, you'll get whatever's in black is currently for sale. If it's when you click on solds, it'll be green, and that's how the sales history comes up. So I'm going to scroll down over here and click on sold. Let's see what's sold. Where are they? Uh-oh.
Something kind of similar. The other one.
There you go.
That's a little bit, but it has a B at the end of the model number.
Okay.
So what does that tell you?
I don't know. I'm acting right now. I said, uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, wait, did you do something wrong?
No, nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. But what I did was I clicked on sold and there was no sales history.
Right.
So you have 2 choices. You could be like, okay, is that just because this is so rare? Nobody's looking for these, or is this real, or nobody wants them, right? So so what I do is go ahead.
I was gonna say, or have another option. You could look at Terapeak.
True.
Not on your phone. Not as easy on your phone.
Yeah.
But you could look at a year's worth of sold history versus just 90 days.
Okay, so for the 90-day history on eBay, none have sold. So at this point, what I do is I scroll down and be like, here's some other vintage Sonys and all this stuff, and which really doesn't matter. There are different models. So I unclick the solds on my phone. I go back and I scroll and be like, look at all these. These are all currently for sale for like $200. I don't care. I'll get it for $5 at the bins.
And you could undercut all of them if you want.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, I'll go up here I'll sort this. This is automatic. The default is best match based on what you type here, based on the search. So the best match comes up and there we have them. So then I sort this by lowest to highest. And I say, even so, it's just under $200. Somebody's trying to sell this. Somebody says works good. I'm going to change that to works well.
And you should.
Oh man, I'm a little odd, acting weird
Punchy.
today. Oh, works great. Here, this guy says works great. How about I says tested and works? So anyway, you get my point. So I'm like, I'm definitely getting this for $5. I don't care if it sits for 3 years. To turn $5 into whatever, call it. And I will most likely price this at like ours at like $159 plus $20 shipping. So I'll undercut all these, and I'm confident that our photos are going to look great and we're going to spruce up the title. And you learn a lot. Like, this is from 1972, this model.
Well, assuming that's correct. You can't just assume it's correct. I mean, what if that could be incorrect information.
You're right. I wouldn't.
You could look at that. You could look at the manual though that the other people sold, but check it out. The second one there, it says there's 16 watchers.
Ooh, that's neat.
So
I totally
obviously either people who are selling them are watching other people, for sale, or there are some people who are interested. Okay. So yeah, I would totally think for $5 or however much you paid for that, makes sense.
So with that being said about the 16 watchers, how come it doesn't say it on this one?
Is it the same listing?
No, it's a different listing. Like, how come that listing says 16 watchers and these don't?
That's a good question.
Okay, so that's a good point. So I don't. All right. See, on a phone, I don't think it shows that 16 watchers, only on the computer. So,
Hmm.
so would it be smart to open this listing and copy that item number, which is over here, down in the corner, or just sell similar from this listing? I don't
Well,
know.
since you
I
don't
never
have a
thought of
used one to go by,
Right.
then perhaps.
that. Okay. Now, let's go back.
But you definitely have to change the title because it's a
Yes.
live listing. You don't
Okay.
want to have the same one.
I'm just going to go down. Angie says it got lots of stuff listed. Good. Love that radio, she says. Patrick Murphy pops in and he said Patrick Murphy sent him. It's true. I have conversations with myself at the bin. So that radio is amazing. Is it because the rating of the seller why it says 16 watchers?
That's a good question. I never knew
I
that
don't know.
made a difference.
No.
Because I don't. Well, you can click on it and see if those sellers have different ratings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to see if this is a stud or a dud. All right, I'm going to plug it in. Plug it in. All right. Oh, please give me static. Oh, gosh, nothing yet. I'm going to turn it on. Oh, nothing. Oh, my gosh, nothing. What do I do?
Well, that outlet doesn't seem very far away now, does it? Because you know me, I would have plugged that thing in.
I know, but you also bring a scale to the bins and weigh everything.
That's true.
Okay, so there you go, everybody.
Are you sure it's not working?
No, there's no static. There's nothing.
You don't have to put the antenna up?
Light, battery. I'm pressing everything imaginable.
Does it take batteries?
Power on. Oh. Okay.
Is it possible it works by batteries and not by AC or DC or whatever, whichever it is?
All right. So there you go. The build up and the collapse.
Oh, well.
All right.
It'll look nice behind you, I guess, to
there you
keep
go.
your other boombox
Hang out with my boombox. This thing's broken too. So there you go, everybody. So that's what you get for $5.
So let me ask you then, if you had plugged that in at the bins and it didn't turn on, you wouldn't have bought it, right? Or would you have?
I think I still would.
Really?
And I would undercut everybody. I would wait. There's still hope. I don't know what hope there is other than sell it for parts repair. That's the good thing about eBay. It's like this thing's in great shape. So it comes down to the title, it'll be like won't power on. If you kind of like soften it a little bit, just say it won't power on, probably need some TLC, beautiful vintage. Whatever.
Yeah, and sell it for less than half of what anybody else is selling it for working.
Yeah.
If somebody knows how to fix one of those, they might get a good deal.
I would list it for $70. Mm-hmm. I think that's fair. He would have bought it anyway. Who are we kidding? That's true. You just found out. She asked me. Veronica, hello. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you. That's very nice. Appreciate that. Thanks for hopping in. Veronica's doing some YouTube sourcing videos. Pretty neat to watch. She's like, I just dropped my kids off at school. I'm going to go thrifting and make a YouTube video at the same time. That's multitasking. I would list that as for parts or a movie prop.
That's so true. You know how many times we're watching shows and we're like, oh, yeah, we sell that. Oh, that's why they don't care if that works.
Yeah. So it could last for a while. And that's a good point. So, all right. So that's that. So after that big collapse, the build up and the collapse, would you like to talk about postage fees going up?
Sure. I guess it's not a fun topic at all, but so So yeah, so today, I think it was today it took effect. It might have been October 1st, but I'm pretty sure it was today. The U.S. Postal Service has added a temporary holiday season increase on definitely their priority mail, some of their other options. And I have that up here. I can try to share the screen. You want me to try to share it, Dave? Might be helpful.
Yeah.
Let me just try this here. It'll be easier to see. All right, let me try this here. All right, so you see that there?
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, it's supposed to be temporary. We'll see if it stays temporary. But the biggest increase I think most people are going to notice is this increase for priority mail, the flat rate boxes and envelopes. So we were shipping today, and all of a sudden, what used to be $7.76 was now $8.49. And what used to be $8 for padded flat rate, depending on your eBay seller rating, was now $8.75. And it's just like, whoa, that seems like so much. And you can see these other increases. So like they didn't increase some zones. They increased some zones more than others. So it's really just, I mean, it doesn't look like they did it like, I don't know what they did, to be honest with you. It's either between a quarter and $3, depending on how, or $5 actually, depending on how much it is. Now, most things, if it's 21 pounds, most people are not sending that USPS because it's just crazy expensive. It's better to send it UPS or FedEx. So most people are probably going to see this in this range here. And I don't know, I don't even actually parcel select is not even an option on eBay anymore when you ship. It is an option when you list. They got to fix that because they don't provide it as an option for shipping, even though you can pick it when you list. So it's kind of weird. So just for everybody to be aware, this is actually one of the few times where using business policies would actually be very helpful, because you could go in there and if you did, a flat rate for certain things, you could just increase it. And I believe it would, bulk update. We don't use business policy. So I don't know if we're going to even bother with this or not, because we keep track of what our shipping costs are all the time anyway. So if this is just a temporary thing, if this was going to be permanent, probably would do something about it. But at this point, I think we'll just kind of ride it out, I'd say. So that's just, I just wanted to mention in case people didn't know that was going to happen. They were surprised when they started to ship today.
So many people moan and groan. Oh, prices, shipping is going up. I don't know how. I don't know how much longer these increases can go without people being, this is not worth it anymore, because they've been doing it every year for the last, seems like 5 years in January. Every January it goes up 40 cents. I remember when a padded flat rate this was probably 6 years ago, $5.90. Is that,
wow? That's very possible.
Maybe
sure.
Not.
It could have been. But I think I just read, I could be wrong about this, but I think there was a recent price increase for first class too in August, maybe. So, I mean, you're right. It's always going up. The thing is like because we track what we spend in shipping and we keep a track of what that would cost per item on average, it doesn't go up a lot. It only goes up incrementally. So it really depends on your volume, if it's really going to impact your bottom line or not. So
all these little things. It's just like a constant like nudge, like
just a reminder that you don't have control over it. And it's just going up and up and up. Nothing ever goes down.
Right. There's a lot of price fluctuations anyway with inflation. Now we have USPS stuff going up. It just, all these little things do kind of weigh into how you price your items.
Right. But think about it. Think about if tomorrow USPS didn't exist. What would we do as resellers? How would we manage? We should be thankful that we have that option still.
I think, and I think you and I, Laurie, like our criteria, let's call it, has always been like, it has to sell for over $20. I almost think we need to bump that up 25 at this point. Me,
I've said that for a long time.
I
Oh
know
yeah,
it, but
I've
it
said that for
gets
a while.
so the balance is now. I went to the bins this morning, and I was there for uh, 4 hours ish, almost five. And
Mm-hmm.
I did pretty well. I was able to find a couple good rotations came out. I was able to find good $40 items, and like, this is great. And I'll continue to share what I found. But then it comes to the point where you do have to almost stop grabbing the things that you used to sell. And like, even though like this remote does sell for maybe $26, I mean, there may come a point where I may not grab this anymore because it's not worth it, because we have overhead. I mean, we have, even though, okay, like if I buy this at the bins, it's $1. That I could get away with. If I'm buying it from our, pickers, maybe it's $5. You go to a flea market, it's $5. Nobody will sell a remote for less than $5 if it looks like this. If it looks fancy, $5. Or you could bundle and whatever. But so we have to adjust our pricing somewhat. So so Veronica says she has just one kid and no sourcing for her right now. I know. Bringing back the Pony Express.
Well, that's probably reference to the fact
Yeah.
that USPS has stated that they are going to, that there will be a slowdown of first class service, particularly from coast to coast. And I think the reason for that is they're going to stop using air travel or transportation and use more and rely more on ground transportation, which is cheaper. So it's going to take longer for the first. I mean, first class already supposed to take a little longer, but sometimes it didn't. It it's kind of like the same as priority mail, even though you paid more for priority mail. But now it probably won't. There'll probably be a marked difference. And I just hope that, we're aware of this because we're in the know, and resellers, generally speaking, are more abreast of what's going on in that area. The buyers may not realize that. So you're going to get, I guarantee we're going to see a lot more. Where's my package? Is taking so long. And so actually to combat that on eBay, the best way to fix that is to give your buyers the option to upgrade to priority shipping.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, because especially like, even if whether you do free or flat or calculated, really doesn't matter. You can just give them two options, and then you could bump up the price. If you do free shipping, you can say, hey, we'll send it to you for free in first class, but if you want to send it priority, you pay us an extra $5 or something. And then we'll send it priority, and then they can make the decision if they're like, oh, and I guarantee now that there's going to be such a big difference between first class and priority time frame.
Yep.
That's a way to make a little extra money, especially if you add it a little bit, because your label may not cost as much as what you charge. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a very good thing to consider. Not a really easy thing to do. Like I said, if you don't have business policies, one of the times where having business policies would be very helpful, but it's not impossible. For us, might be very laborious because we have so many listings. Sorry.
No, I'm just raising my hand. I feel like I'm in a classroom right now. And I'm going to say, like, I don't know what business policies are, but if it was really me in a classroom, I'd be in the back saying, when is this class going to be over? But I don't know what business policies really are.
Oh, would you like to know?
Let's go for it real quick with under 30 seconds, please.
Okay. So on eBay, you have two ways that you can create your listings. You can create them with or without business policies. Business policies are a way for you to pre-select or choose ahead of time what certain attributes about that listing are going to be. And typically, I believe it's definitely with shipping. It may be with handling time, and there might be another one I can't forget.
Returns.
I don't remember. But they're like these aspects of the listing that you you create a policy that has attributes. And then so when you list it, you pick that policy to apply with those attributes to apply to that listing. And that works great if you don't have a gazillion different kinds of things that you're shipping, weights and sizes and whatnot. If you sell like this, if everything you sell fits into a padded flat rate, then a business policy makes a lot of sense. It saves you time when you're listing. But if there's a lot of variation, it doesn't really, it's harder to list, in my opinion. Okay. You've got a lot of variation. So
it's just to save time. It's kind of like a template, right?
It's like a grouped attribute, a group of attributes for that listing that you want to apply all kind of at once.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, and it's just a setting in your accounts that you want to use them or not. Before time away, before they fixed vacation settings on eBay, and now they have the time away, that was one way people got around fixing their listings when they went on vacation to easily fix their handling time, because all they had to do was update their business policy once and it would apply to all their listings versus bulk list updating all the listings. So
I'm going to give you my eyes are glazing over look.
should I go on? Oh dear.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're the best.
Oh, thanks.
Veronica brings up a good point. She goes, "Oh gosh, don't make me learn how to deal with UPS and Shutters, FedEx." Ugh.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We used to use FedEx exclusively.
Oh yeah.
But why did we? Because
it was easy and it was on eBay.
Right. And was UPS not there then? Did they not have UPS?
No, they didn't have it the way it was now.
Exactly. So if you had a big heavy thing and you didn't want to, and you wanted to send it at a good rate, you had to use FedEx. Because priority mail is always going to be very expensive when it comes like that, unless you can use a flat rate box, which if it's big, those flat rate boxes don't get that big. So, so use FedEx, fine. And then they added UPS. And so now you got two choices. So I wouldn't be afraid of using them. I would just use whichever one is more convenient for you, even though we prefer UPS right now.
Yeah. I'm shocked. I never liked UPS for some reason. I don't know why. I just thought FedEx was cooler. That's how I am. I'm just like, oh, FedEx is cooler.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. And FedEx, if you know, this is provided to me by my UPS guy, full disclosure, but FedEx is currently having a huge employee shortage at the moment. They are going to be really hurting in this last quarter of the year because of that. They're going to see that they're already basically saying that we have an employee shortage. It's going to affect our timings. And I asked my UPS guy about that, and he goes, "We're structured differently. The way we operate, we're not going to have that issue."
I have a question. If I go, not that I do this, but if I go short FedEx stock, is that considered inside information? Because you got it from a UPS guy. All right, we got to move on. We're going to get in trouble.
No, FedEx said it themselves. That's public information.
Okay. Thank you very much. We have fun. We laugh all day. We're best friends. We work together. We're grateful. Thank you very much. Patrick says he paid attention.
Good for him. He sat in the front of the class, unlike the back of the class. Guess where I sat?
We know.
You know.
Back to Patrick. He said 5 hours at the bins. I could not do that.
Oh, 5 hours is nothing. He could spend you have spent. I think you have spent 12 hours there before, haven't you?
Almost 8 to 8. Ocho to ocho, as we call it. Sorry. We call it ocho.
Seems like 12 hours because by the time you leave and come back,
it's so bad that sometimes I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I didn't eat lunch. This is bad. I'm getting dizzy. I'm gonna pass out and crack my head on the floor. I told you that sometimes I feel like that's going to happen.
That's not good.
Yeah. Veronica knows the deal. She hardly ever does less than 5 hours at the bin. Yeah. That's what's weird is I get to the point where I do spend maybe 8 hours there and I'm going to pull in, let's just say $1,500 worth of eBay value. And I'm like, oh, this is easy. I'm just going to do this 7 days in a row. Let me do the math. That's $10,000 plus a week. And if I did that for 5 years, I'd be dead. I mean, I know I probably, it's bad.
Well, there was a time where you were there, like back in the day, before I came along. You were there every single day. Oh, not the weekends. The weekends you go to the flea market.
Yeah. Well, I was doing everything myself. I was sourcing. I was going. Yeah. Speaking of the bins, need to work on a video that was supposed to be out yesterday. Right. And then here we go. Everybody's jumping on Patrick because we love him. LOL. You two crack me up. Thank you. And UPS. Paul says UPS greater than FedEx. Shout out to Kevin James. I don't get it.
I don't know who's Kevin James. Are we supposed to?
Isn't that King of Queens guy, Kevin James? Oh yeah, Kevin.
Oh,
Remember the King of Queen? Is that the show? I get
the
it now.
mall cop guy?
Mall Cop,
Oh.
Paul Blart guy.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's the show. He worked for UPS. So
Gotcha.
Kevin James is cool. I like him. I think he's a Mets fan. That's why I like him. But Veronica, because I never shipped with FedEx, but as a customer on a different sites that use FedEx, they are a constant disappointment. And I hear
Well,
that a lot. And we honestly, like our experience with FedEx, I know this is like ridiculous, but they're kind of cranky. Like the delivery people are cranky. They're just, and the UPS, they're like, I think they get paid better than FedEx.
we had this conversation, I think, with somebody about that,
Mm.
and that there is a different management structure. There's a different payout structure. The unions might be involved somehow. I'm not really sure. But if you think about it, how long has UPS been in business versus FedEx? You know this, Dave, right? UPS has been in business
it's 100 years.
A lot longer than FedEx.
I did I researched that, and actually there's a cool the Company Man, it's called on YouTube, did
That's correct.
FedEx for really cool, because I think I shared this already. Like UPS, call it 100 years in business, really just they focused on ground, mainly ground. Then FedEx came on board 70s, and they were like, we're going to do international. So stick with, that's the strength. And Paul, I finally got it. I'm a little older than you, Paul. It takes me a while for everything to click and work its way through, because I have so much stuff up there and everybody's chiming in. Hey, Paul. It's I'm really liking UPS a lot more.
Well, you're biased also, because just to let everybody know, we did use FedEx in our eBLISS business, because as you know, our clients send us their inventory and we, for the most part, pay to get it to us. So we started out with FedEx and we had nothing but issues. Just getting our representative on the phone was really difficult.
Yes.
And to get anything to get it to where we needed to be was really, really frustrating. And we actually had somebody working for us.
Yes. No, go ahead. No, go. Ignore my
okay.
answer.
We actually had somebody working for us who worked at the same time at UPS. And so she put me in touch with the salesperson. And I even asked him, I said, would I have gotten you even if I didn't know, if my employee didn't hook me up? He's like, yes, I'm the person that handles this whole area. And he has been nothing but helpful and super accommodating and everything to get us transferred from FedEx to UPS. And if I have any issues, I can email him
with eBLISS. With
eBLISS. Right. And so because of that, we used to send everything out on our eBay accounts on FedEx, but now we use UPS because they're coming here to drop off stuff anyway. Right. So they pick it up. So it's actually more convenient. It's the
discount is pretty significant.
Right.
Too.
Well, yeah.
For us, UPS is like having concierge through eBay versus not. That's how much of a
That's a very good way of putting it.
That's how much of a difference it was for us with eBLISS. We're like, oh my goodness, now we have a real like partner and stuff. And Veronica says she gets starved and dehydrated. It's so true.
You got to bring your own food. You got to bring your snacks. Otherwise, you have to eat what they have there, which isn't really that healthy.
I told everybody on a couple episodes back, I said, when I first started going to the bins, I think I got COVID #1. I was breathing in so much junk from those bins. I was sick or whatever.
That's when you went to LA?
Oh yeah.
Right.
It was so bad. It was like, and I've been fine since.
I was going to say, you've been pretty good since.
Even getting the big, COVID back in
April.
Yeah, we both did. We all did. It was like a week to 10 days of crankiness. I did go out for a smoke last time I was there. So I said, F it. I've been there, but I don't smoke. I walked outside. I'm like, you know what? F it. I'll see these guys tomorrow. And S, that has crossed my mind. Now, S, I know, is a sick puppy, kind of like me. We have the sick sense of, not the sixth sense, but we have a sixth sense of humor. We have a sixth sense of humor where, Diane, could you imagine that? What happened? Oh, he was picking.
That,
You found it. You
even,
found.
don't,
All right, don't even
even.
kid around. Come on, I have to kid around. It's funny. It's hilarious. I mean, it takes S to bring that to my attention, which is kind of, I think it's hilarious. What could Brown do for you? They don't.
That's a UPS slogan.
Yeah, I don't think they use it anymore.
No.
Yeah, and
No, they don't.
company man. And she's not eating at the bins. I need to. Oh, the bins really needs a Netflix series. It's hilarious. I've seen it all, Laura. Gunshots.
I know
gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
There's extracurricular activities going on. You don't even want to know.
I don't. Bad. You're right.
It's fun. It's like high school. That's what it is. I always say it's like high school. It's just like little click gossip. They don't like this person anymore, but they're talking.
What clique are you in there?
I'm in neither, really. I try to avoid
just like real high school.
Yep. Under the radar.
Yeah, but I think if you were in a clique, I have a feeling you'd be in the popular crowd.
No, I'm not. I'm quiet. People probably, okay, you know the look on my face. People say, like, last week, this one gal said, you don't look happy. I'm like, I am. and I said, it's because my cheeks. I always had chubby cheeks. And now that I'm older, they're like,
gravity is taking effect.
So look at this. It's like, here's me smiling for real. That's the most you'll get.
You have to really try to smile.
But here's me being normal.
Yeah.
That looks mean. And then if I'm serious,
look meaner.
If I'm serious, then I'm like this.
Right.
That's horrible. I need to, but it takes too much energy, honestly, for me to like.
Yeah, I know. We always joke that you guys, you and your brother don't smile in pictures.
We are smiling, but our smile doesn't
look
elevate
like
our cheeks.
Right, exactly.
So I might have to, how about if I go get one of these? Like, even if I got this, it's just, I think it has to do with our jaw or something like that, whatever. I'm not changing. I am what
you are who you are.
That's something like that. Hello, Old Bridge. I want to ask Roy, did you ever go to Farrell's?
Oh.
Boom, 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 boom. I know he has.
And faked your birthday just to get a free ice cream? Oh, I never did.
Farrell's is an ice cream place. Roy also went to Rutgers. We went to Rutgers. We didn't know Roy back then, but it came up. This is why YouTube is hilarious. Grew up in a neighboring town, and there was a mall, East Brunswick Square Mall, that used to have this ice cream restaurant called Farrell's. And actually, that was I think that I saw that on the company manners. That was on the Profit. The yes. Profit.
Mm-hmm.
That's believe it or not, Farrell's is still out there, but it's like somewhere. Yeah. And as teenagers, we would all go there. We'd go to the movies and then go to Farrell's. And if you tell them it's your birthday, you get a free little sundae like this thing, this big, and they're like boom, 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 boom. You know,
they literally had a bass drum that they came out with, right? I think. And it made a big stink about your birthday. It's very, very embarrassing.
Yeah. And it was so bad. So of course, what would happen is you go in and be like, oh, it's our friend's birthday. Surprise him. And you pick, it got so old. It's like,
they never asked you for proof.
No proof. And then the person who you pick and I was like, yeah, I'm eating a free sundae. So or whatever.
How did we get on Farrell's?
Because Roy, yeah.
Old Bridge.
Here we go. If you die at the bin stores, by the time someone comes to collect the body, what are the chances of you being fully clothed? That's true because I wear nice belts.
Oh,
I could see people. There's some classy people with some comments here because that's thinking. And Veronica, you went to Rutgers as well. Ooh.
Wow.
What state do you live in, Veronica? I thought I heard that. Patrick OMG. You know, Patrick deserves an OMG after that. My sneakers would be gone.
Oh,
My sneakers are good. They're nice Nikes. Belt probably. Shorts probably not. But definitely this Under Armour, this is be gone. And okay, let's stop right there. That's true.
And check all the pockets.
Yeah, all my all my pickers would go right to my pocket real quick. They know. Sheesh. Oh gosh, that's so funny. Scarlet, the mascot way cooler than that's Rutgers football. I'm telling you, Roy, I almost got sucked in, and then this past weekend they got totally annihilated by Ohio State. I'm like, good.
They had that one good season, right?
Yeah,
A while ago.
2006, who I went to the game with, this person right here. Actually, I didn't go with him, but he was there. Actually, honestly, that was one of the best sporting events I ever went to when Rutgers beat number 3 Louisville, and everybody.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't you have a picture of that somewhere?
Yeah, and the ticket stub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And S says I would be picked clean like a turkey on a.
After Thanksgiving.
I always say that. I got so drawn into the comments. The comments are very entertaining, by the way. She's in Virginia, but moving back to Jersey, not by choice. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Come out to Colorado. We have 3 bins. Okay.
4 if you include Colorado Springs.
Yeah. A lot of thrift stores.
Yeah, thrifting is pretty good out here. Denver area is kind of renowned.
Somebody said like Denver's like the mecca for thrifting. I don't know
about mecca, but
okay. Well, it's odd, but living in Jersey, like you and I never went to thrift stores. We never really heard of Goodwills other than to drop off furniture. It wasn't like
there. We just weren't. We didn't think that way. We weren't into the. Yeah. We didn't buy used, so.
But we were always looking for value in a bargain. I was cheap. I'm always.
How many times do we go to a garage sale?
Never.
Right? Hardly ever.
No, we went
moved out here and completely redid our house.
Beautiful. That's and
Craigslist.
That's where the light bulb went off. We dumped all of our stuff when we moved from Jersey out to Colorado. We just put it all on Craigslist, and we were asking ridiculous prices, but people kind of paid. It was odd. I was still into that. I got to win on every transaction mode, whatever. And then we came out to Colorado, and then we repurchased everything on Craigslist and all the garage sales. And I'm like, wait, there's a lot of like, quote unquote, wealth or excess product out here. And that's where it kind of took off.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Food poisoning from the grease trucks. Actually, I think you only get food poisoning when you buy from the grease trucks in the morning, because at night they're cranking, they're cooking. But in the morning, even though those I used to get bacon, egg, and cheese in a Snapple.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
Yeah, but they were really only on College Ave, right? Or were they elsewhere?
They're mainly on College Ave. Actually, it's not College Ave. It was like it's like frat row. They're kind of.
I remember them on College Ave.
Yeah,
when I lived there.
Good. Oh my gosh, when I took a summer course at Rutgers, it was just like we go out to the nightclub, Scarlet Pub, Old Queens. It was $5 pitcher night, and the danger is this: it's like when you get a stack of like plastic cups, you're handed out to your buddy, and you don't count like how much you're drinking because people are refilling your plastic cup. So you're like this. It's like, what do we do now? It's 2:00. The bar's closing, and I can kind of barely.
You go to Cluck You.
You go to Cluck You.
Those were the days.
And then when you turn 21, you wind up in South Amboy at long story. Station. Oh gosh, I was in a holding cell in the South Amboy Police Department, and I had to make one phone call, and I called the person right here. Not this guy. No, not him, but Laurie.
1:00 in the morning, and my parents answer the phone.
I was able to put a sentence together. There's Laurie. Oh.
And then somehow I made it to, was it Perth Amboy? Somehow I made it to Perth Amboy without GPS, without Google Maps, without even a cell phone. I don't know how I did that.
That's when I knew we were made for each other.
We're getting
Heidi asked, yeah, I know. Sorry to digress. This is crazy. Where are the bins in the Denver area? Actually, there's 3. There's Route 70, and then there's Mississippi Ave, and then there's Platte. So there's 3. Goodwill Outlet Center. So
South
Google them.
Platte Drive.
Yeah, I go to Platte River. Yeah, I go to the Platte River one. That's cool. And the coveted good, yeah. Maybe
they're
if we
well
get,
known.
maybe if our channel gets large enough, we could have a annual giveaway for free flights out to Denver to
Oh
go to the
boy.
bins. You know me, I like to have fun. College Ave, middle of the night. You better believe the grease truck's unbelievable. Yes, fat cat, fat Daryl. If you could finish it, guaranteed no hangover. That's true. You need the carbs to soak up all the toxins that you just. Jersey is a great place to be from. That's a great quote. They should sell that on the Jersey Shore. A great place to be from.
Is that because we're from there?
No, I think it's because it's a great place to be from, because when you leave, you appreciate life a lot more, maybe.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Click
you.
I wonder if it's still there.
Yeah.
And remember, Stuff Your Face? That was nearby too.
Yeah, they weren't open this late. This is Cluck You was like Glenn was on the bathroom floor. We're ordering wings. He's on the bathroom floor. He's like, water. It was his 21st birthday. I lost my license that night. I physically lost it. I didn't lose it because of anything. I took a cab home, got home at like 3 a.m. because I wasn't living on campus during the summer. And my mom was up and yelled, "Why'd you take a cab home?" I'm like, would you rather me drive? How'd you get home? Well, I had a cab drive me home and drop me off up the street at the corner, so I didn't embarrass our house getting dropped off in front of our house.
How'd she know that then? Oh, because your car wasn't there.
Well, she knew I went out. Whatever. It's just this is a therapy session right now. Free flights to Denver? Why not? Why not? Seriously, come on out. Let's have fun. I mean, it's just.
Well, apparently the flights are cheap right now, right? You were telling somebody was saying you could go someplace for $29.
Actually, I'll tell everyone in this room, if you want, we have complimentary tickets for this Thursday. There's a Posh Fest, which is like eBay open for Posh Mark. They call it Posh Fest, and it's all virtual this year. It was supposed to be in person in Orlando. Laurie and I were going to go. We're all pumped up, but they had to change it to virtual. No big deal. But they had they have a pre-Posh virtual party that was supposed to be in person, which was going to be insane. It'd be fun. We're co-sponsoring this party, and we contributed 2 Southwest gift cards, $250 each. So there are 2. Okay, check this out. Everyone in this room, reach out to us because we would love for you to attend this virtual party. We have
some free tickets we can give you.
You're not even going to be on screen. It's going to be a webinar. That's what it's going to be. It's kind of like tuning in to watch like this virtual party that they're doing a great job with. But they're going to have some pretty cool giveaways, and it's all benefiting breast cancer research. Very appropriate for the month. I know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I think, October. So so reach out to us. We have tickets, and win some Southwest stuff.
And come see us.
Yep. No, never went to Troop Ave. Remsen Troop.
Is it Troop or Throop?
It's Troop.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought it was Throop. But then again, I say Ticey's Lane, so never mind.
Be from, love it. That's true, Roy. I picked up on it. It's a great place to be from. And a good story when it starts once upon a whiskey bottle. We were just beer drinkers at that age, and very sloppy. Very, very sloppy. All right. And then Roy says, Roy has a friend outside of Boulder, plans to visit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you're out here, you just say, we will come and say hi to you. There's no obligation. If you're up there, it's not far at all. We'll have coffee, say hi, and then we'll do like an Instagram story. It'd be kind of neat. You know me.
Yes.
And Patrick says, wait, do I need to know the content? Because I am down for a party that I have no idea why I'm there. Yeah. And so it's actually a quick show when we start talking about craziness. But we had a little bit of everything: entertainment, enlightening, education from you.
From me.
I tell you, I would have, if school was like this in college, if this was like a class, I'd get A's all the time.
And because you were online? Or was because it was interesting?
It was interesting.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
well,
So everyone, thank you. We are closing out. We want to just same thing. If anybody in the room is interested in just attending, it's a webinar pre-Poshfest party. It's
and
going
you
to be
don't
kind
have
of
to sell on Poshmark.
you
That's not a
don't. No,
requirement to
it's just
attend.
it's a fundraising type of event. There's no participation. Reach out to us, and the giveaways are cool. Just DM us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. It was fun, and we will probably next week. We'll probably do one. The following week, we're going to be in Vegas for the Boss Reseller Remix. So we probably won't have a live,
Probably not.
but we'll be posting a lot of stuff on Instagram, and yeah, keep on having fun, everyone. Go hop off, go on to some other YouTube lives and support the reselling community. I almost said committee. Community. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.